Okay, MCQ da. The MCQ it's okay if I tell the answers directly da. Reading the story will be a problem da. Huh? Okay. Since the default was made good in financial year 1920, the company considered to issue new equity shares with differential rights. According to the provisions of Companies Act, do you think the company is eligible to issue shares for financial year 2020-2021? What is the answer you guys have written? Option D. All of you written option D? Yes. People, this is institutes given multiple choice question. Institute has come up with something called as MCQ booklet. You guys have seen? In that MCQ booklet, this question is there. And the answer is, people, according to the MCQ booklet, that is also not fun part. They have justified it. Huh? You wrote B, huh? How? You checked it. Huh? He also wrote B. How da? You also wrote B. Why? People, DVR people, you had three things, people. One, there should not be any subsisting default. Financial statements, annual returns for 3 years, it should be fine. Next one is 5 years cool off period. Next one is you should not be penalized under FEMA, SEBI and all of that in the last 3 years. Correct? Huh? People, this dividends part will come under 5-year cool off period from the end of the year where you make it good. This 3 years does not exist at all. So it is given in your MCQ booklet. Why am I showing it to you is because your MCQ can have wrong. People, let us be very frank. Of course, these questions are generated by AI. I'm not saying the institute is wrong, but the answer generated by the AI is wrong. Yeah. So is it wrong? Even the justification is wrong. They have given as preference shares once you have made good. After 3 years, you can issue it to the public. That is what they have given. From the 3 years of making good the default, where did we see that even in DVR? Da? So I'll tell you one thing. It is definitely not a. Generally, how does the institute answer? Until AI came, they used to copy paste the provision. This provision is not there at all in our syllabus. That words itself is not there. That means it is made by someone. That someone is your AI. Yes. So financial statements is 3 years. This, if you have made default in repayment of dividends, if you make good, 5 years cool off. The answer is clear. Hello. That is your answer. Okay. See now, Macha. What to do? Yes. According to the provision of Companies Act, do you consider the company's action of affecting the transfer of partly paid shares to Mr. Bakshi is valid? People, simple, partly paid share. Within how many days should he respond? Partly paid share, people. Generally, what happens? A company, before registering the transfer, they will have to give an intimation to the transferee. Now, he needs to respond within how many days? He needs to respond generally within 15 days or 2 weeks, people. He needs to respond within 2 weeks. Agreed? Hello? So what is the answer here, people? Answer is, people, C. No, Mr. Bakshi made objection within 2 weeks. Very important. You know why I'm calling this important? You need to know how to calculate time. Where is the Bakshi? Bakshi? People, the company sent him a notice on 10th July, which he received on 12th July. I need to count from here, from the day I received. Okay. Since Mr. Bakshi was abroad, he saw the notice on 20th and he replied on 24th July. So he received on 12th, he replied on 24th. Don't count 12th. The date of receiving notice, don't count. Count from 13th. 13, 14 till 24th. What is the number of days? 10. Yeah, how da 10? You want my fingers also? Yada ni. 12 days da. 12 days you are getting. So I need to give it within 2 weeks. Technically 14 days. So I have given it within right time. So the objection done by the company is not valid because he has replied within 2 weeks. So you need to know how to count. Hello? Hello, people. That's why I say, people, 2 weeks from the day of him receiving the notice. Macha, again I'm telling you, the days are not the landmines. The landmines are the words around it. You need to know from when. Already went to silent mode. In another 5 minutes, you guys will enter depression. That's why I said, let us take it up before the break. Understood? That half an hour, you fight your depression. Okay. According to the provision of Companies Act, can the company deny transferring shares to Mr. Varun's name? And what is the company's obligation? Can they na? So generally, what are the scenario, people? Answer is no. B. The legal representative can register their name first and transfer, or they can directly transfer also. Possible. This was based on that. A dies. B becomes an ex-shareholder. He can directly transfer to Mr. C, or he can register himself as a shareholder and then transfer it to C. That is also valid. We have seen it in the case of transmission. Based on the buyback limitation under the provision of Companies Act, do you think the proposed buyback is valid? How much? What is the answer? What is the answer? B. B is what? Yes, the buyback is valid as the number of shares is within 25% of total paid up equity capital. Have they given something like that? The board of directors approved a buyback on 15 September 2025 to purchase 3 crore equity shares at rupees 60 per share. The company had previously conducted a buyback of 1 crore shares in August 2024. During the financial year 24-25, the new buyback is planned for October 25. Tell me, there is one more question here. Between two buybacks, what should be the cool-off period? 1 year. Is it there? I did it in first one I did in the Venda. I did it in August 24. Next one I'm doing it in October. 1 year is there now. Yeah, Pushpak. No, Pushpak said no. That's why I said. Which falls in financial year 25-26. So 1 year condition satisfied. Okay. The CFO is confirmed that the post buyback, the debt to equity would remain within the prescribed limits and the shares are fully paid up. Okay. That's all. Okay. The company has previously made a buyback of 1 crore share. Now they want to make 3 crore share. Possible. Is it possible? They're asking you. What is the company's paid up capital? 20 crore shares. So can I buy back people? Possible? Huh? Remember, people, they have asked me two things. If they have asked me only equity shares, I'll calculate equity shares. They have also asked 3 crore shares at 60 rupees per share. You need to calculate that also, whether possible or not. So remember, one gives you shares, one gives you value. Now you have to calculate whether can I do a buyback of that value. Can you do 3 crore into 60? How much does it come? 180. That is 180 crores. Yes. What is the maximum buyback we can do? 25% of paid up share capital plus free reserves. Correct? How much is my paid up share capital plus free reserves? 800. Paid up share capital plus free reserves. Hello? Take 800 crore. Can you do 25%? How much does it come to? 200 crore. How much is the company doing? They are doing 3 crore shares into 60 rupees each. 180 crores they are doing. Is it within the limit? Answer is yes. Remember, 1 crore they have already done in the previous year. That does not come in my 25% limit. That is last year. That is different limit. This is different limit. So I need to check even the limit also. Now go and see whether such condition is there. Huh? Is it there? Where is answered? Huh? Fourth one. Option. Is it 22.5? That is correct. What they have done is 22.5. Correct? Yeah, 22.5. Again, people, you guys ask me, remember, sir, how is the moderation marks given? This is also right. Hello? Why is A? Why A? Why not A? It says 25% of paid up capital and free reserves. It is within only, no? Correct. And the buyback in the new financial year is not affected by the previous year's buyback. That is also correct. So C also correct. A also correct. Whoever has marked C, give them also mark. Whoever has marked A, give them also mark. If sir, what to do, sir? Moderation, take 1 mark. Extra marks. The company had free reserves, no? No. Use it. I'll check that. I'll check and I'll let you know. What is that? I don't remember. I think we have removed it, but I'll check and let you know. Okay. Next one, the buyback it earlier made was 1 crore in August 24. Can it legally conduct another buyback? Possible. 1 year. What is the answer? Tribunal. A is the answer of more than 1 year. Okay. Next one, sixth one. Suppose if Kapoor Limited's post buyback debt equity would have exceeded 2:1, which of the following is correct? What is correct? Huh? Which one? B. It shall not exceed 2:1. B is the answer. Sixth one is B. Yes. Okay, your questions. There is more MCQ. Okay. The board of directors of NCL wants to understand from Neeraj the implication of 5% of holding BCPL. What is the answer? Oh, this was section 19. Can a subsidiary company hold shares in holding company? Generally not possible. Exceptions were as a trustee or you were already a shareholder or legal representative. I think this was already a shareholder. You can continue to hold 5%. D is the answer. Next one is people with reference to the board identified selected group of 50% and issued private placement offer an application duly following the required procedure under corporate laws. What is the answer? C. You cannot advertise, of course. If you advertise, it becomes a public offer, no? C is the answer. Okay, done. Nope Limited, since its incorporation in 2002, is engaged in the production of premium quality glass bottles. According to the financial results of company as on 31st March 2023, the net worth of the company was 90 crore and turnover for the year was 510 crore. The company proposed to accept deposits as on 1st Feb 2024, which would be due for repayment on 30th September 2028 from the public for expansion and redevelopment programs of the company. Furthermore, the company has accepted a loan of 1.5 crore from P. Kishore and the loan was to be repaid after 24 months. In its books of accounts, the company recorded it as a loan. At the time of advancing the loan, P. Kishore affirms in writing that such amount is not being given out of the funds acquired by him by borrowing or accepting loans or deposits from others, and complete details of loan transactions are furnished in the board's report. Whether the company was eligible to accept deposits from public, is it eligible, Ada? Yes, because Nope Limited is a public company. Hello? And what do you mean by eligible company? A company which is having net worth of 100 crore, not satisfied, or turnover of 500 crore or more, satisfied. Any one condition, I am a eligible company and hence I can accept deposits from public. Whether the tenure decided by the company, is it accordance with the provisions of Companies Act? They have accepted deposits when? They have accepted deposits on 1st February 2024, repaid on 2028. As I can see, people, it is more than 36 months. 4 years it is showing. Possible, huh? Not possible. The maximum tenure should be 36 months. So the tenure is not as per the laws, that is as per Companies Act. Okay. That is my first thing. Deposits done with reference to the loan advanced by Mr. P. Kishore to the company, state whether the same is to be classified as a deposit or not. Is it a deposit? Is it a deposit? Remember, people, the question is on what is not considered as deposit. Any money given by the directors is not considered as a deposit provided he gives a declaration and it is disclosed in the board's report that I have given it out of my own funds and it is not borrowed funds. He has given a declaration, they have given you in the exam. So it is not considered as a deposit. Hello? Wrote? Wrote or not? Okay, done. That's all, huh? Okay, done. Next one. A limited company raised secure deposits of 80 crore on 30th June from public. Interest of 12% per annum, repayable after 3 years. The charges have been created within prescribed time in favor of trustees of depositors against the deposit, taking the following assets of the company as security: land, plant, factory, shed, trademark, goodwill. Decide on the validity of the charges created with reference to the provision of Companies Act. Is it valid? Remember, people, if you are taking deposits, people, the deposits should always be created on the tangible assets. Point one, always. And I've told you this 100 times. Your value of charge created should always cover your principal plus interest. Now, in the given case, how much is the principal amount? 80 crore. How much is the interest amount? 12% per annum. 3 years, how much is the interest? Can anyone do 80 crore into 12% into 3 years? How much? 28.8 is my interest. Principal is 80. So total, I have to create charge for 108.8. And it should be only tangible. How much? 60, 70, 80. So have they created charge properly? Yeah, no. Because you cannot take this. It does not cover my principal and interest part. So the charge is not adequately and properly created. And within how many days you will create the charge? You'll always create the charge within 30 days. Hello? Hello? Remember. Good question. State with reasons whether the following statements are true or false. XYZ Private Limited may accept deposits from its members to the extent of 60 lakh if the aggregate of its paid up capital, free reserves and securities premium is 60 lakh. A government company which is eligible to accept deposits under Section 76 of Companies Act cannot accept deposits from public exceeding 25% of aggregate of paid up capital, free reserves and securities premium. They're asking you whether these statements are true or false. The first one, is it true? The private company, people, provided you satisfy some limits, you can accept more than your, the limits. So up to 100% of my paid up share capital, free reserves and securities premium, private company can accept, allowed. Next one, government company. What is the limit? How much is the maximum you can borrow? 35% you can take from public. Here they are telling you, I cannot borrow more than 25%. So this statement is false. Public company can borrow more than 25%. They can borrow up to 35%. That is what I'll write. That will be my provision. Answer is false. First one is true. Second one is false. Next one, discuss the following situations in the light of deposit provisions as contained in Companies Act and the company as amendment. Okay. Bhupendra, one of the directors of Moon Technology Private Limited, a startup company, requested his close friend Paras to lend to the company 20 lakhs in a single tranche by way of convertible note, repayable within a period of 6 years from the date of issue. Advise whether it is a deposit or not. Is it a deposit? His friend is giving money. Is it a deposit or not? No. Why is it not a deposit? It is a deposit. Why? When will it not be a deposit, people? Convertible note. You have to get it 25 lakh rupees or more in a single tranche. Repayable or redeemable within 10 years. Convertible note only. Within 10 years only. But how much people? It should be minimum 25. And hence people, this is considered as deposit. It is a deposit. Next one, Shriram Ready-Made Garments Limited wants to accept deposit of 50 lakh from its members for tenure, which is less than 6 months. Is there any possibility? Possibility? Yes, less than 6 months possible, but not less than 3 months. For what? Short-term working capital requirements, you can do it for less than 6 months, but not less than 3 months. Huh? Exception. That's what I'm saying. Less than 6 months possible. Short-term working capital requirements, but not less than 3 months. The turnover of Y Limited is 400 crore. As per the last audited balance sheet, net worth is 50 crore. Can Y Limited accept deposits from public? Not possible. People, simple. How much is your turnover? 400. It should be at least 500. Net worth. It should be 100. It is 50. Both conditions not satisfied. Hence, I'm not an eligible company. I cannot accept deposits from public. Referring to the provision of Companies Act 2013, state whether the following amounts received by the company constitute deposit or not. IQ Books Limited received share application money of rupees 50 crore from investors on 8th December. As the issue was undersubscribed, the company refunded the amount to the investors on 20th February 2025. Is it a deposit? No. Why? People, you need to see here, is it a deposit or not? Share application money received should be allotted within 60 days. If not, I need to refund in 15 days. If I refund within 15 days, it is not considered as deposits. So from the date of receipt of money, start counting 60 plus 15. If at all it is coming within 20 days, I mean within 75 days, this 20th February, it is not considered as deposit. Hello? Is it a deposit? What does the book say? What are the timelines? 24 plus 31 plus 19. Why 19? Da? When did they repay? 20th February, no? The company refunded the amount to the investors on 20th. That day you have to include. Why did they take as 19? You have to take it as 24 plus 31 plus 20 only. But still lucky, it will become 75 days. Within 75 only. It is considered still as not deposit only. Correct? Huh? Hello? Okay. That is the answer. Clear? All of you? Suraj, Raj, Tejas are the promoters of Precious Jewelers Limited. They borrowed a sum of rupees 200 crore from ABC Bank, ABC Bank Limited for its working capital purpose. The bank imposed a stipulation that the promoter should contribute at least 20%. Hence, Suraj brought 10 crore, Raj brought 15 crore. Mr. K, father of Tejas brought 15 crore. Is it considered as deposit? You have to write complete people. Any money brought in by promoters or their relatives as a stipulation by a financial institution is not considered as deposit. In this case, Suraj and Raj are promoters, not a deposit. K is the father of Tejas, relative of promoter, not a deposit. So it is not a deposit. Pretty Cosmetics Limited issued on non-convertible debentures of 125 crore and listed it on recognized stock exchange to SEBI and regulation. The company created a charge in its favor of debenture holders. Is it considered as deposit? People, non-convertible debentures, when will it not be considered as a deposit? It should not constitute a charge. It should be listed on stock exchange. They have listed on stock exchange, but they have created a charge. And hence it is considered as a deposit. It should not have a charge. It should be listed. Only then I will not consider it as a deposit. In the given case, it is created, a charge is created, but it is not listed, okay, but charge is created. Hello? Is it a deposit? Yes, it is a deposit. How many are there? I'm feeling hungry. Okay. PRT Limited is an eligible public company. The following details are available from the audited balance sheet. 20 crore free reserves, existing deposits, existing deposits in public. Okay, existing deposits from members, existing deposits from public. The company now proposes to accept further deposits in the year 24-25. How much? They want 3 crore from members, 2 crore from other than members. You are required to examine with reference to the relevant provisions whether the above proposal is valid. If not, calculate the maximum permissible deposits. Yes, people, tell me. First of all, eligible public company. What is the maximum deposits they can raise? 10% from members, from public. 10 to 25 is always on paid up share capital, free reserves and securities premium. So take it. It is 30 crore. 30 crore into 10%. That is 3 crore. I can raise 3 crore from members. They have already raised how much? They have already raised. Where is it? It is already raised 2 crore. Then they want to now raise 3 crore more. Can they do? They can only raise 1 crore more. That's why I always used to say existing plus proposed. So the maximum they can do is 1 crore. With regards to public, so 5 they have already done. They want to do 2 more. How much is 25% of 30? 7.5 crore. So they have done 5. They want to do 2 more. Can they do? Yes, possible. Done. Head is aching. Silk Segment Private Limited is a wholly owned subsidiary. People, whoever answered this properly, I'll give you a chocolate. You can meet me after the class. Yes, whoever answered it. Silk Segment Private Limited is a wholly owned subsidiary of Silk Board or Silk Block Limited, a listed public company. The board of directors of Silk Segment Private Limited have collectively decided upon the proposal of grant loans of 15 lakh and 20 lakh to Sohan and Subarna respectively for purchase of fully paid up shares in Silk Segment Private Limited. Mr. Sohan is a deputy marketing manager of Silk Segment Private Limited with a monthly salary of 1 lakh, whereas Subarna is a qualified chartered accountant who is a CFO of that company with a monthly salary of 2 lakh. In view of the provision of Companies Act, decide whether the proposed loan to Mr. Sohan as well as Subarna can be disbursed by the company, keeping in view that Silk Segment is a private limited company. Whether the answer would be different in case only 25% of SSPL are held by SBL. There is a holding company called as SBL. They have a private company called as SSPL. SSPL wants to give loan to its employees. One is a manager, one is marketing manager or something. One is a CFO. They're asking you, can they give loan? Is this possible? No, why? It should be less than 6 months salary. So this marketing manager not possible, huh? Why? Because we are giving it to Sohan is a marketing manager, huh? Salary of 1 lakh. But we are proposing to give him Sohan only, no? 15 lakh we are proposing. Can we give a? No. Can we give it to Subarna? Why? We cannot give it because KMP. Okay. So you are telling I cannot give it to Sohan also. I cannot give it to Subarna also. That is what you guys wrote. I cannot give it to Sohan because the maximum loan I can give is not exceeding my 6 months salary. I'm working for 1 lakh. The maximum I can get is 6 lakh, but they are giving me 15 lakhs. It is above my 6 months salary, so I cannot give. Okay. Next one, people, remember, you cannot give loans to people who are your directors and KMP. There only I told you, they will ask you, CFO, they will ask, and landmine also you would have drawn. Yes, CFO is your KMP, and hence I cannot give loans. Correct? So both are not possible because it is disqualified. Tell me the second one. Whether the answer would be different in case only 25% of shares of SSPL are held by SBL. Why? You wrote that? Yes? Whoever wrote it, people, really good. They are trying to ask for a reason. Remember, this section, whatever we saw in section 67, it said a public company cannot give loans to these people. A private company is exempted from these provisions. Correct? Huh? Now, what happened, people? SBL is a public company. SSPL is a private company. Technically, this provision should not apply to me at all. However, this is what I was looking out for. At least one of you would have written, because you are a subsidiary of a public company, it is a deemed public company, and hence section 67 is applicable to you. And that's why I cannot give loan to Suhas or Subhadra or so on, whoever it is. Hello? That's why we are looking all of this. If not, you're a private company. I should not check all these conditions at all. That is my first provision. Understood? Now, second provision, they're asking instead of being subsidiary, what if I'm holding 25%? Now, am I a subsidiary? Hello? Am I a subsidiary? No. Now tell me. Now I'm a private company. Can I now give loan to my employees? Possible, not possible? Yes or no? Not possible. That's why I said, even if one of you have written, I'll give you chocolate. Why? Not all private companies are exempted. Only those private companies are exempted who satisfy some limits. In that, now you have that provision. Tell me, Sean. Allah, what is your name? Shen. Yes, Shen, tell me. That private company is exempted in which no body corporate has invested money. Now, if one company has invested 25% in your company, that means some body corporate has invested money in you, and that private company is not exempted. Go and see that exemption. Hello. And that company which is having borrowing less than twice of its paid up share capital or 50 crore, whichever is less. Hello. Now tell me, even if one of you have answered, I'm 100% sure not even one of you would have answered. Anyone? Okay. Good question. Pretty good. Isn't it? Pull up your socks. Hello. People, in this, delete of the fourth one, not required. Eighth one, delete of the fourth one. Titanium Manufacturing Limited, an unlisted public company, which is neither decides to raise funds by issuing 10,000 secured debentures of rupees 10,000 each on 1st May 2024. The board of directors finalizes the following terms and conditions. To attract more investors, the terms of issue explicitly state that the debenture holders will carry voting rights. Possible, huh? A debenture can never carry voting rights. That's the answer. The company appoints Mr. Sharma as a debenture trustee. Mr. Sharma is completely independent of the company, except that he took a personal loan of rupees 50,000 from the company 2 years ago, which is still outstanding. Can he become a debenture trustee? No. Any person who is indebted to the company, associate, subsidiary holding cannot be appointed as a debenture trustee. Disqualified? So no, you cannot. A batch of 2 crore worth of these debentures is scheduled to mature early on 31st May 2025. The company's CFO advises the board that since they are an unlisted manufacturing company, they are legally exempted from creating any debenture redemption reserve or making any mandatory statutory deposits. Is it valid? Titanium Manufacturing United Company. People, it's neither NBFC nor Housing Finance Company, and it's an unlisted public company. Why did they give you this particular information, people? Did they give it for any simple purpose? There should be a reason behind it. What is the reason? The reason is remaining unlisted public companies who are neither NBFC nor HFC should mandatorily create 10% as DRR. Hello? Anyone who has answered this, I'll give you one more chocolate. Anyone? You have written that they have to create 10%. Okay. The next one also, if you have written, should they make any statutory deposits? What have you written? Should they make or should they not make? They should not make, you have written. You have not written that. Have you written? Why 15%? Why did you say they have to create? But why is it applicable for them? You have written someone here? Huh. Okay. People remember DRR point is correct, but people mandatory statutory goes back. People, it says what? It says where? A batch of 2 crore worth of these debentures is scheduled to mature on 31st May 2025. Now that is your year, people. During the year, if any debentures are maturing, you need to create DRF. 15, you wrote? Very good. What is your name, da? Elumalai. Elumalai, you are the one who was messaging, da? Is it Elumalai? Oh, nice. Yesterday online, huh? Okay. Okay. Very nice. Anyone else wrote? Anyone else note? That deposit part? The reason is that. Okay. Because you need to pick up the reason. DRF is just like that, not applicable every year. Correct? Just because it comes in this channel, not every year it is applicable. If I have debentures maturing during the year, then it will be applicable. Screwed question. This is very nice. I love this. But yes, Illuminati, very nice. Da. Beautiful. Loved it. Very good. You'll get a chocolate. Yes. That's your answers. That's your which chapter? 4 and 5. Pretty good paper. Yes.